Hello, welcome. Well, Thursday night is here. At last, we're on to Rise of the Tomb Raider, the second game in the Tomb Raider trilogy, and, as I might have mentioned once or twice, my outright favourite game on Stadia so far. I have absolutely loved playing this game. As you can see, I've played it a few times, including one time where I've tried to 100% it. I've eventually just run out of steam and other games have started to overtake it. I'm going to overwrite my 1% file because that was just there for me to test something out, test out some audio. Always good to test out audio on a game you really like. If you're new in chat, don't forget to say hi. Of course, as always, like, subscribe, all things that you get told to do by all the other streamers, and there is always good reason why we tell you to do them. I'm finally getting my chat screen working. I'll just mute it so I don't get the audio. But let's go in and start Rise of the Tomb Raider. Yes, I am sure. I'm gonna go for adventure, a nice easy level.
What makes someone reach beyond the boundaries of human experience to face the unknown? As children, we question the world around us. We learn, we accept, and gradually we lose our capacity for wonder. But some do not. The explorers, the seekers of truth. It is these pioneers who define the future of mankind.
The others, they're done. No amount of money is gonna get them through those mountains.
The lost city's up there, somewhere.
That's gonna be a hell of a climb.
I'm not turning back.
I know.
You should stay here with them.
Not a chance.
Oh, she's got two axes now.
You're almost there.
Much quicker climber.
Wait till you see this view, Lara. Take my hand.
Thanks. Look at that.
It's amazing. But the snow coming off those peaks is a bad sign.
The trail leads up the mountain. We'll have a good view of the valley beyond from the summit.
All right. Let's take it easy here. This wind is crazy.
Plenty of wind there.
Just need to keep moving.
Got a fair amount of that in the UK earlier this week.
Even if we don't find anything up here, your dad would be proud.
I know, but I have a good feeling about this.
Looking at some of the scenery. Look at how impressive this is.
Oh, shit.
You okay?
Lost my footing. I'm fine.
Oh!
That was close.
Lara! Are you alright?
Jonah! I'm here!
I'll climb down there and get you!
Again, something that
It's too dangerous!
tells you which buttons to press, shows you how
Climb
to
back up.
Are you sure?
how to get through the game. But there's still skill involved. You learn the timings of stuff eventually. I mean, jump up. Get X there. The timing of that can't be taught in the same way. by joining in chat. Let's say hi.
I need to jump across.
Yeah, okay. Now grab my hand. Gotcha.
Somehow he keeps his grip,
Shit, Lara. You're
even
gonna
when
give
she
me a heart
didn't
attack.
with those spikes and that shit.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Come on.
Jonah has immense grip.
Looks like we gotta go through.
Story today seems to be my chat screen going over and over and over again.
Not bad. If the weather turns, we can hole up in this cave. Do you really think we'll find this lost city?
I know this is a long shot, but that old tracker said he saw ruins up in these mountains.
Well, I guess if I was gonna hide a lost city, this might be the kind of godforsaken place I'd do it.
I just hope
I'm
Trinity
trying to
hasn't
remember
beaten
the
us to it.
name of the lost city.
Storm's getting closer. We have a couple hours at most.
Should be enough time. We're almost to the top.
What do you think?
We're
Take
close
your
to
head
something,
down,
Jonah.
please.
I can feel it. Just this last stretch to the top.
All right. Let's see what's up there.
Well, you just got that cart
Solid,
looked.
but keep close to the wall.
I can't look particularly handsome there, but I was feeling like I was
we
about to
climb from
sneeze.
here.
Keep your eyes open for falling ice.
Right.
I'm locked in. Climbing up, then
There's lots of loose ice up here.
Let's take it slow and steady. Just stay with me.
Look out!
I'm not sure slow and steady is exactly what we did there.
That was close.
Up and jump across.
Oh no. No, no, no. Jonah, hold on.
Shit! I'm going to dig in. Can you make it across?
I can make it.
I hope I can make it.
Whoa! Holy shit! I don't think I can make that jump.
I don't think Lara can make that jump.
I'll anchor a line for you at the top.
All right, I'll give
Again,
you
she's
slack.
far too athletic.
Almost there, Lara. You got it.
Okay, that was fairly impressive. But to do that on ice, I'm sorry, Lara Croft is a superhero. That's the only explanation
We
for
made
it.
it. I see the ruins. Oh god.
Oh, shit. I got you. Lara,
Oh,
can
to
you
be
hear
able to
me?
survive that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull you back up. Oh, fuck!
There. Over there. Quick. Swing me to the other side.
Okay, here goes.
A nice little swing mechanic, which I believe is only used at this point in the game.
Come on, Lara.
It's used a bit more in
No! No! Lara, I can't hold
in
you.
the third
The
game.
rope is slipping.
Ugh.
Yep, she's in there.
Behind.
Climb up, get some XP. Don't get your foot in.
Oh shit! Move, goddammit!
Oh boy.
Go back, Jonah! Get to shelter!
And the story of these two games really are just Lara and Jonah starting out together and getting separated, finding each other, getting separated, and finding each other right at the end. That's, if you don't want to watch the next 12 to 15 weeks of my Thursday live streams, that's basically the story. Please do watch the next 12 to 15 weeks of my Thursday live streams. He jumped straight over that rock when I was supposed to land on it, really. And in. And no. No, there's no way out of that. She's dead. Two weeks before her death. Apologies, I thought I had that on the correct mode.
It is the greatest cruelty of life that we're all too swiftly taken from it. We age, we decay, we die. But what do we leave behind? Bones? Dust? What of the soul? Does it endure beyond our earthly existence? I believe it does. A truth lies at the heart of many myths and stories. A truth not of science, but something more profound. The key to unlocking everlasting life. I may have found the next piece to the puzzle, but I'm not alone in this search. They're following me, watching my every step. I know them by name now. Trinity. An ancient, violent sect with designs on controlling the future of humanity. I must proceed carefully for the sake of my family. If anything were to ever happen to Lara or Anna, I could never forgive myself.
So who was playing the tape?
It's me. Hannah! Oh God, I'm so sorry. What are you doing here?
I saw the gutter press was attacking you again. I thought you could use some company.
No lies. Were you followed?
Followed? Of course not. What's going on?
I think I found the tomb.
Oh, you can't be serious.
The myth of the prophet is real. Dad was right.
Lara, your father was unwell.
No, He was close to a great discovery, tangible evidence of the immortal soul.
I loved Richard. I would have married him if he'd asked. But he was a broken man. I don't want to see you end up like him.
But Anna, he was right. It was everyone else who was wrong. The tomb's in Syria.
Syria? Oh God, Laura, no. This is madness. Get your life sorted. Go home to the manor.
You know I can't go back there.
But this obsession ruined your father.
I saw something. Something I can't explain. Now I understand what Dad was going through.
It's all fairy tales. Nonsense. Don't go down this road. You know where it leads.
It's the only thing that makes sense to me now. I'm going to find the Prophet's tomb, Anna.
Oh, there we go. That explains why she was in... Oh wait, this is Syria. Right.
Hey,
I must admit, it didn't look like Syria on the open level.
we better be sure about this.
We're close. There should be an oasis in the canyon just ahead.
You're wasting your time. There's nothing out here.
Just keep driving, please.
It's your money.
Something isn't right.
Oh, that's just local militia.
You told someone, didn't you?
They paid better than you.
Quite right. Quite right, Carl. You boss.
Shoot at us!
Get us out of here!
Shit! No, no, no!
I don't know if you guys can tell this, but the controller is vibrating in time with the gunshots and everything else. But latency on Stadia is it's just not a thing. She survives that as well. That's two big blows to the head in, what, a couple of weeks?
No turning back. It has to be here.
Again, if you are in chat, do say hi.
Research about this.
It was said the Prophet's tomb was hidden in the cliffs above one of the forgotten cities. Legend speaks of an oasis where the Prophet was laid to rest.
Missing deathless prophet. The overhang mechanic, which is something I absolutely hate. It's so difficult to work out.
Something's here.
Now I know from my time trying to 100% this game,
A religious icon. Detailed and inlaid with gems. It looks Byzantine, perhaps 10th century. It fits with the legend of the Prophet.
don't worry, I won't be trying to 100% the game here, but I will be picking up bits where I know they could be found, and I will be doing some of the DLC. The game's just too fun.
Incredible. Some kind kind of marker. Can't quite make out the translation, but this word. Prophet. This is it. Dad was right.
Seems to be a map of some sort, but I can't quite read the words.
These are the miracles of the Prophet of Constantinople, unjustly murdered by order of Trinity.
It's those bad guys again.
Okay, he's shown here performing healing miracles. Dad's notes mention this.
I'm good at trying to do it without using the
He led his
survival
followers
instincts
through
too
the
much.
desert, to the oasis.
There we go. Greek level 1.
Still no sign of her. I don't think she survived the crash.
Oops.
All right, let's go. Constantine wants to breach the tomb before sundown.
They're after the tomb. I've got to find it before them. My Greek is still a little rusty, but it's pointing to something hidden nearby. I'll mark down the locations.
And there's coin caches. I believe the other one's up here. Am I wrong? I think I'm wrong. Or maybe it only showed one of them. Okay.
A secret entrance.
I keep having to reset my chat, and it's annoying. I will be working on getting something for that later on. But again, if you are new here, say hi in the chat. I'll try and respond.
It's amazing. If only Dad could have seen this.
Need to scramble that side. Scramble up. There we are.
They're already here. Got to get inside.
Barbara once again showing off her great athletic abilities. They said they made her more realistic in the trilogy. I don't know if I agree with that. The graphics make her more realistic, but oh well.
The Order of Trinity pursued the Prophet and his people relentlessly until finally confronting them in their hidden oasis.
A way through. Damn it. Come on.
Ugh. No, we'll move past that. Halloween was last week. There we go, moving into the light. More skeletons. It's rather nice
There
of
was
them
a
to
battle
die
here.
like in that position.
Soldiers against religious pilgrims. The Order of Trinity. The Prophet slain by the Order of Trinity.
My son, the Order of Trinity has received word that the Prophet's followers are building a great tomb at an oasis outside Berea. But more upsetting, while we thought they were building the tomb for their Prophet, Trinity now believes he still lives. We have learned he is preaching his heresy among the local citizens, drawing more to him daily with his tales of how he conquered death. He is a liar and a heretic, claiming miracles that come only from the divine. You swore he was dead. Have you failed us?
Now you see, here's the thing. You know that you've killed someone. That person then comes back from the dead. You then want to kill that person for what exactly? Doing things that only God can do?
Damn it. That was too close.
I mean, I
They're
don't
blasting
get
their way
Trinity's ban. Break this through and so all the water. Aha. I want to read that mural. Why can't I read that mural? Why am I now back the same way I came? I think I've gone backwards. I do think I've completed this game 2 or 3 times now. Yeah. Yeah, I've gone backwards. I'm an idiot. I should have jumped there. Oh. Jump right through the lock. Swim faster, swim faster. Just keep swim, just keep swim, just keep swim. Another bit I don't like about the Shadow of Tomb Raider, the sequel to this game.
Stunning.
That's a nice
We needed
screenshot.
that. got to find a way to get up higher. Maybe I can raise the water.
And water rises. Is it this I'm trying to climb up? It is. Ah, I think I know what happens. I jump. That goes down. Continues to rise. Got here for a little bit. There's cache of some sort of coin. Oh, there's a bit silly of me. I'll just mantle back up to there. Start climbing, knocking all the skulls over.
My lord, what you say is impossible. I myself drove a spear into the Prophet's heart. I saw him die. Doubtless his people have propped another man up in the slain Prophet's robe to continue his lies. They are broken, discredited, and exiled. We will head south and put the rest of his people to the sword. But the Prophet is dead. This I swear.
But you're absolutely sure you killed Prophet?
Right.
But there's someone else out there. The Prophet's still at large. When do you start to think that this Prophet is actually the real thing? Maybe I've got something wrong. Maybe I've misunderstood the strategy of these types of people. Hello again, Dr. Spaceman. Thank you for joining. Joined a couple of my streams today on my Super Stream Thursday. And thank you for joining. This is Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I've said is my favourite game on Stadia. It really is.
My lord, I ride at the head of a small army of the faithful, armed and ready. And I have good news. We have located the tomb of the Prophet. We were attacked by madmen upon the road wearing the Prophet's livery, but they were easily bested. We allowed one to flee and followed him back to the oasis. Whether the Prophet escaped death, or whether another now wears his mantle, it does not matter. All will perish inside, and it will become a tomb at last.
Do you think that makes sense? I still think if there's someone who you think is Prophet, killing him and then realising that he's still alive kind of implies that he is the real deal. this level. This level took me far too long initially. This little section took me far too long.
Got to raise the water.
I think that was it. Jump across whilst you can. On there. Then jump onto that. Then up. Up. And along. Onto that. And just hold on for dear life. No, hold on, Lara. Seriously, all your athletic ability and you can't... Okay. Another skull you've knocked over. I wonder what happened to all the other skeletons. All these skulls to be there. There's a whole skeleton. There's some remains, but look, there's two whole skeletons, and there was two skulls. We've knocked one off. There's a load of spare skulls. Why is it just the skulls that are left over? The dogs come and take the bones? I don't know. Why the tomb for someone who isn't dead? All great questions for people exploring Christianity.
It's empty. No. No. What did I miss?
In fact, he's not dead. Lara's just as stupid as the others.
Set the charges!
The Prophet's tomb. After all this time.
And the artifact?
Inside, God willing. Open it. Carefully. It could be extremely dangerous.
He sacrifices his team.
Who the hell are you?
You're a smart woman. I suspect you already know.
Trinity.
Where is the artifact?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play games with me. You led us to this place.
Look. It was empty when I got here. There was no body and definitely no artifact.
Get down!
Brilliant, destroy a tomb whilst you're already in it. I'm sure there's some logic there. So. Spaceman is saying he gained 3 or 4 subscribers in a 1-hour stream. That was a stream of him on Far Cry with Brandon, Cloud Gaming Man. I believe the aim was to try and get some co-op going, but that didn't quite work. But either way, gained subscribers, so it was a good stream for him. My subscriber numbers have sort of stabilised. I did reach 110 couple of days ago. But that's dropped a little bit now, and oh, serves me right for talking. We got to jump. Yeah, I forgot to jump when I did some testing on this game a few weeks ago. There we go, that's better. Yeah, my subscriber number seems to have stabilised at around 108. Oh, it sounds like talisman. I'm not actually sure what that is. I don't think it ever gets explained. I can't remember. Now we're back to good old England.
Jonah!
Lara,
There's so much I need to tell you. I don't...
did you find the Prophet's tomb?
Yes, but I was followed.
What? By who?
They call themselves Trinity. They tried to kill me.
What the hell is going on here? You're starting to scare me.
The tomb was empty, but I think they were looking for the divine source.
The artifact your father was after?
There's more. I found this symbol in the tomb. I knew I'd seen it before. It was driving me insane. That's when it hit me. I saw it here, in one of Dad's books. Listen to this. The lost city of Katesh, said to have disappeared in Siberia sometime in the 12th century. Legend says that on the eve of the invasion by the Mongol horde, it sunk beneath a lake.
What does this have to do with the Prophet's artifact?
The same symbol.
What is what you say?
Lara,
It's a cross and a
Divine
circle.
source is hidden in the ruins of Katesh, waiting to be found, then I have to go.
to Siberia? Are you kidding me?
Just think, if this thing could really unlock the secret of immortality, it would change everything. Sickness, suffering, death, gone.
Are you listening to yourself?
Jonah, we've been through so much together. You know there's more out there. This could be real.
I don't care if it's real. I've lost too many friends. I don't want to lose you too.
Dad never made the connection to Katesh. He gave up everything for this.
Including you. Stop blaming yourself for what happened. He made his own bed.
I can't give up on him. Not now. It's all I have.
No, it isn't! If you stayed still for 5 minutes, maybe you'd see that.
Am I the only one that thinks Jonah actually has a bit of a crush on Lara? Really? Is it just me? Because that's how I played this game and the sequel.
Jonah?
Again, my controller vibrating all the way through this.
Lara! Holy shit!
Stop! Drop the book!
You can't stop us! Shit, Lara. What are we gonna do?
I led them to it, Jonah. If the divine source is real, we've got to find it first.
Siberia it is, then.
And at this point you insert the beginning of this stream. You know, at which point she's killed in an avalanche because there's no way you can survive that. Okay, well, to be fair, it would be a very short game if she died.
I made it to shelter.
Jonah? Jonah, if you can hear me, go back. Please don't try to find me. I need to do this alone.
Then why did we bring you in first then? I don't get it.
Got to find shelter.
There are some fireworks going on just outside my house. It is bonfire night or fireworks night in the UK. To commemorate the failed terrorist attack in 1605. We
Come on, you can do this.
set off some fireworks. I've never quite understood that myself. It's always looked pretty, but I think it was just an excuse for people to go outside, which they shouldn't have. We're under lockdown in England now. You should not be outside. Especially it's far too cold out there at the moment. There's some wood.
Not enough to last the night. Need to gather more.
There's some more wood. She's got a lot of strength for someone who's only using her forearms.
I hope.
Is it forearms below the elbow? I can't remember.
Fresh kill. No meat, but
Of course, we've also got the thing that killed him.
back to camp.
Thank you very much for watching, Dr. Spaceman. If I'm still streaming when you're back, then you're welcome to come back and continue watching.
Scouring the ruins of the mountains. If the artifact is here, we'll find it.
And what of the remnant?
They continue to resist us, but we'll have the situation in hand soon enough.
Good. Trinity has faith in you.
Trinity.
What happened to the bow and arrow you had last time?
Going to need a stronger bow. I wish this pain wasn't so familiar. Like looking an old enemy in the eye. It wants to take me down. It wants me to just lie down and die. But I won't. I can't. There's something here. There must be, or Trinity wouldn't be in this snowy hell. I just hope that Jonah is okay. That he found a way back. I just couldn't risk having him with me. Not again. The pain of losing him, that would be too much to bear. This is my path, and mine alone.
But Bad Ties is basically, I've described it as an escape room type level where you're continually going through finding clues that eventually let you break out of Croft Manor. It's a great little level. I've only played it once, so I'd love to play through it again and see how easy it is a second time. I'm not wasting my arrows on that.
These ruins here, Mongolian.
With only 5 hours left. This is actually a problem now. Once we go, what was that?
They're here.
Command, do you copy? Oh, shit!
Oh shit. What the hell was that?
I think the subtitles gave it away.
This is Overwatch. Please respond. Survey team, please respond. We got some interference.
Oh! That looks fun. Try and avoid it. That doesn't even kill it, and now it breaks through. I missed a button press, didn't I? And again, another massive hit, but she somehow survives. She is superhuman.
Lara, refusing to use the door again, I see?
But it's faster this way, Dad.
Come here, you little monkey.
Are you going on another adventure?
Yes, my greatest one yet.
Well, I've decided that I should be your assistant.
Oh, have you? Well, there's no one I'd rather have by my side. But this business, it's too dangerous. Lara, listen to me. Someday, you're going to make such a mark on this world. You're going to make me so proud. Give me a moment.
You're
darling,
going to
I
be
need
so
take this.
athletic.
Got to bind this wound.
Using
Those fish stem
resources.
are bleeding.
And looks like
Need
Button
some
that
kind of
useful.
bandage. An abandoned Cold War installation. What the hell is Trinity doing down there? Good enough. More Mongol ruins.
skill point. Just wanted to make sure I was right to turn that. So I think I'm going to go for another half hour or so, and then I'm going to be off. I've got a quick 10-15 minute break
I should be able to make a poison.
before I will be appearing on the Cloudy with a Chance of Games podcast. It seems that we've had a fair bit of news recently for Stadia, Luna, all the big cloud gaming providers. They're going to be rounding that up.
From one of the princes of Kiev. How did it come to be all the way out here? Someone was wearing it when they were killed.
How can you tell? I think going through that tunnel is what leads me back to the bear. Either way, I'm not sure what else I can do at this point. I think it's around that corner. I need to find some cloth, is what it said. I'm going to be a bit of an explorer.
For a year I have ridden with an army of Mongols, as envoy from the Order of Trinity. Their Khan is a great warlord, despite his heathen ways. Under my influence, I have helped them topple nations, burn cities and kill princes, all in search of the Prophet. Our slaughter of the Rus was not in vain, for among the spoils we at last found the map. And now, this very morning, after a season in the mountains, we saw buildings rising from a green valley surrounded by ice. We have found Kitesh. I tell the Khan of the riches that will be his, and that alone drives him on. But the real victory will be for God, when we purge the Prophet's lies from the earth, and at last, the divine source will be ours.
Good, it's good to have a plan. We can translate Mongolian now, which, you know, it's not a bad thing. Saw the glint on that from a while back and just ran in for it. There was something. There it is.
I have learned all I can from the carnage inside the Prophet's tomb. My brothers were slain, to the last man, sometime within the last few days. The false prophet's followers died here by the hundreds, but in the end, they were victorious. I have sealed the tomb as best I can, and told the men of the nearby village that the prophet is at last dead. I left them with the subtle threat that this place should remain hidden. I do not know if the prophet survived, but I will follow their trail. No one escapes the Order of Trinity.
Sounds like the prophet did. Maybe that's why you want to kill him. But again, why kill a man that seemingly can't be killed? Chasing down that deer, obviously not working. Moving over there. Got good eyes to spot that. There as well. There we go. Can't walk through that for some reason. Already been up here, that's open.
Might be able to make something with all this. Should head back to camp and try.
Not going to worry about shooting the birds out of the nest at the moment. And make it back to camp. And make some poison arrows.
Need to rest.
And now she needs to rest.
So tired.
All of that stuff she's done, now she needs
No,
rest.
you listen to me. This discovery is too important. I don't give a damn about my reputation. Don't you dare threaten me. After everything I've done? Hello? Hello?
Dad, what's happening?
They're fools!
You're scaring me.
I'm close, Lara. Close to something important. Someday, you'll understand.
I don't want to understand. I just want you to stop. Be my dad again.
Keep moving! Come on, we got him! Keep running! Go! Run her
Hey,
down!
Stadia Pro Gaming. Thanks for joining. Yep, I stream every Thursday night, Tomb Raider. If you miss it on YouTube, you can catch it on my Facebook page, which will be showing on Saturdays. I think I've settled for about 3 o'clock in the afternoon UK time. This week I'm starting Rise of the Tomb Raider.
All teams report in. What's the situation? Over.
We found another camp up here.
Fire was still warm.
Command, we're fanning out to pick up the trail.
Roger that, but it looks like they've retreated. Primary objective is to find a...
All nice and simple so far. Loot for as much as we can get at the moment. This is early game.
Shit.
Grateful for your company, Stadia Pro Gaming.
Spread the...
There you go.
Get on the radio, see if you can raise the facility. The Guardian's coming! He's there! Open fire!
They've spotted me, which is what that red arrow above their head means. We get them again. There is someone over there. That's drawn their attention. Somehow that still is a stealth kill. I'm gonna loot. There's a...
We're gearing up. I was on the first flight to
Yeah.
Siberia to secure the old Soviet installation now. More are arriving every minute. Konstantin gave a speech to the new boots, and I stayed in the back to watch. Love hearing him speak. Never gets old. I was never much for believing, but it was just words before. This is something more. It's truth. I was broken once, but Trinity is making us whole again, giving us a purpose. A new world awaits. Even those who don't believe will have a part to play.
That's the danger of religion, I'm going to say it.
The Prophet and his
Expect to see
followers have
that,
been
no?
traveling under cover of night, a crooked trail around the border of the Eastern Empire. I do not know where they are headed, and I suspect they do not either. But they know we will not let them rest until this heresy is purged. The common folk of the borderlands give him shelter, and I find it curious that none who have aided him will tell me anything of use. Even when I threaten them with the wrath of Trinity or touch the edge of a knife to their throats, they stay silent. They die, never betraying what they know. The Prophet has a curious sway over people. All the more reason he must be silenced.
So they're control freaks. Some more. What was it, 4? I thought it, yeah. Okay, I thought it was that cave that the bear was in. As it turns out, it's not. I'm going to have to use the survivor instinct to just find my way round to wreck base. Apparently he's up there. jumping up. And this looks a lot more familiar now.
Damn, it's still there. Too cramped to fight. Better to draw it out. Bought some time.
Waiting to oh, okay, that was easy. I thought it was going to take a lot more. Maybe we'll go on for a little bit more. Okay. For some reason that set off my Google Home. Nice. It gives me one bear at the end of it. I'm sure that bear is useful for something, but I can't remember exactly at the moment. Time for a bit of looting. Surprised there's anything left to loot in that. Strongbox. Ooh, pistol. Could be useful later on. And some feathers from just to make up for the feathers that I didn't get from not shooting down those birds earlier. And I believe, yes, you break through this wall. That brings you into the next section of the game. Glacial Cavern. There's stuff that you feel you should be able to climb, but you can't.
Shit, that's gonna be cold.
She does anyway. Again, Lara Croft showing that she's too much of an athlete. Your point. I like rapid crafting. That could be useful. I didn't necessarily need to craft the poison arrows fast on the bear fight. I can see it being useful later on. Now, if memory serves, yep, there's a challenge tomb nearby. Now, after completing a load of challenge tombs last time out...
A Byzantine war galley. How the hell did it get down here?
Good question. One that's never actually answered, but... The reason I'm so cynical about this game is because it is quite literally my favourite game on Stadia right now.
It's Mongolian. They passed through here.
The challenge tomb is across here. I'll spend a bit of time on that. Might be the final bit for today.
Something up there.
The Maria Adula is trapped. The ice gave way. Her spine snapped in two. No matter. While I hope to wield our cannons against the false prophet, we will continue on foot. I have 6 of the Order of Trinity's best, and we have been stockpiling food and supplies while the sailors starved. They do not know it yet, but they will give their life for the cause.
Good.
My men and I will find our way out of these icy caves and continue on foot.
Missions.
Before the ship was swallowed by the ice to the south, we heard music. That will be our first stop. But first I must rest. The cold has sunk into my bones, and I am drowsy. Just a little sleep.
And okay, I can't climb up any further on that at the moment. Walk all the way across it. Jump, swing, somehow hold on.
Yes, that did it.
And up to level 2. Which looks suspiciously familiar.
Got it. Now to find out what's up there.
Perhaps I shouldn't try to jump that. Nope, you can jump it, thank you. And I just climb from here. If it took you a bit longer to work out this tomb, don't worry, it took me ages the first time. But I believe this is now the 3rd time I've tried to do this tomb.
Look at all this. Why were they carrying so much wealth with them? This codex details the archery techniques of the foes of the Byzantine Empire.
It's done. We'll die here, thanks to Coraldus and the madness of the Order of Trinity. My ship will never see water again. We entered the glacial sea too far into the winter. Would have been turned back, but Coraldus would not abandon this lost prophet. He and his dead-eyed warriors seized control. He forced the ship through shallow tributaries until we could go no further. Then he made my crew construct sled runners, and the bastard forced us to tow the ship over land. It was death and excommunication to deny him. But it was death either way. I will make sure he dies here, with us. I've always kept a little poison at the ready, in case the ship was taken. Now, it has another use.
Good. So everyone's fighting over. We'll just take this zip line all the way back to where we started.
Byzantine brooch. The enamel work is beautiful. This portrait has been defaced. It looks like it was depicting the Prophet. They must have had to hide their faith.
I think what I'll try and do is get to the end of this glacial section, which I believe is just a matter of some platforming. Not missing those coins in the way. There was definitely more than 2 on the ground, you saw that.
The fugitive prophet has crossed out of the Empire and now turns north. I'm now in unfamiliar territory. The Order of Trinity was clear. I am to pursue the false prophet and his adherents to the ends of the earth and wash away his heresy. But I believed I could overtake him months ago. Still, he eludes me. He crosses Khazar land and across the Caucasus Mountains. Here, I'm at a disadvantage. I speak a dozen tongues of the Empire, but in the hinterlands, I'm often left to communicate with little more than a sword. The Prophet, it seems, speaks every language, as if he were born to them.
Yeah, and hang along here, and eventually we reach the Soviet installation, which is where I spent the majority of my my playthroughs. It's a
I'm
twin.
not your enemy.
That remains to be seen. You killed those men back there.
I killed them to survive. I suspect you did too. How long have they been here?
Days, at most. The invaders took many of my people prisoner. You should leave this place before it's too late.
I can't do that. I came here for something important.
So did they. If I see you again, I'll put an arrow in your throat.
You and I are on the same side. I hope I can prove that to you. What's going on down there? Who?
Hmm?
So, there are people who live out here, and they appear to have been here for a very long time, living in isolation for decades, maybe even centuries. I noticed elements of her dress, small adornments that would not have been out of place in the Byzantine Empire. Could they possibly be descendants of the Prophet's people? How much do they know about the lost city or the divine source? It's clear Trinity will do anything to find out. I'm afraid that whoever they are, they're in grave danger. Let's hope the old proverb about the enemy of my enemy remains true.
Well, I think that's going to be it for me today. Thank you to everyone who's been watching and enjoying my games all the way through. They've played a lot today on a day which I thought was going to be a lot different for me. But oh well. It's a good place to leave it. I will be streaming again Friday evening. That's my Stadia Pro showcase. I'll be playing all of the games that have dropped on Stadia Pro for November and delivering my verdict on which ones are good and which one's a Risk of Rain 2. I don't like Risk of Rain 2. In the meantime, don't forget to like, subscribe, click the little notification bell. I'm also going to be appearing on the Cloudy with a Chance of Games podcast, the Cloudy Forecast, as we call it, discussing this week's cloud gaming news across Stadia, Luna, GeForce Now, all of them. If you're able to, I'll be over there in about half an hour. I'll see you over there. If this is it, thank you very much. If you're watching on a Saturday on Facebook, then again, you know how to catch me on YouTube at Sammy on Stadia on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Epic Games Store, Steam, GeForce Now, just about any platform you can imagine. If I'm not on a platform, then ping me a message on one of the platforms I am on. Sell me the platform, sell me the idea of the platform, and I will look into it. Maybe you'll get a shout out on the next stream. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon.